Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. For those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Guys, it's lovely to have you back. I'm so sorry that I was on hiatus for a while, but getting back into the swing of things. Weekly reads. This is going to be your weekly read from January 8th to the 14th. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus cross watcher. If that's you, welcome to the channel, guys. Always discern the messages accordingly. You know the drill. If you're here, you know the way this works. So, and if not, time to learn. Okay, so all right, guys, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I didn't really pick up anything right off the bat, Scorpio, but we're gonna see. I kind of have an idea, though. It's a different energy. I don't know, Scorpio, transformation all the time, right? So let's see. And I will tell you guys, 2 personal reads will be open and available here before long. Still trying to get back into the swing of things, so please be patient, and I thank you for your patience, your love, and your support of the channel. It means the world to me, so thank you. All right, fragments and connection. Oh, Scorpio. Connection came out for Pisces as well in the underlying energy. Before I speak, hold on. I kind of get the feeling the fragment energy is something that is deep within you, but I also feel like this pertains to somebody else as well with that connection. Okay, so let's see what comes up here. All right, Scorpio, Spirit for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know? January 8th through the 14th, please. What does Scorpio need to know? What does Scorpio need to know? Scorpio, once again, you're shifting, and I think in your inner child reading, the friction card came out in the underlying. I'm pretty positive it was you guys. There it is again. I'm going to kind of split this off. So we've got preservation and shift. I just said Scorpio, transformation, right? That's you. There's something about you coming into your divine feminine energy here, of whether it's nurturing, care, accepting yourself for who you are, accepting the ways that you move. And I think that there is a deeper part of you within right now, Scorpio, that I've got a nervous energy to me all of a sudden. It's like you're looking to the heavens for relief. You're looking to spirit for relief. You guys could be spending a lot of time in meditation, prayer, needing to spend your time in those areas. Some of you could have experienced a literal death in the last 3 weeks is what Spirit is giving me. And if you have, I apologize and send my deepest sympathies and empathy to you guys for anything you've experienced. Whatever this is, and this could be a metaphorical death too, right? Transformation, it's the energetic closing of cycles, things coming to a complete halt or end. I feel like whatever this is for you, Scorpio, is sending you into a space of flow. And I do feel like you're having a little bit of a hard time navigating this change that's occurring for you. It could feel, typically I would say like uncomfortable, but in the same breath, this is like, Spirit is saying maybe something you wanted or wished for at some point, and then once it came in, there was a realization to the fact that it maybe created some kind of problem in the underlying energy, and now it's kind of like you're being left to deal with whatever this is. Okay, I am gonna pull another card here. Like your shift here is happening in the sense of your perspective. Like I feel like you guys are, and I've seen this for you, where it's kind of like a solitary, and I've said this for some of the other signs, like a solitary energy of bareness, where you're coming into, trying to come into a space of acceptance of a particular situation for yourself. And I feel like it really runs very deep within you of what it is that you are experiencing. And it's like you may find that your connectedness to spirit, your higher power, whatever you believe or subscribe in, you know, there's a deepening of a connection with that. And it's like maybe seeing things that you didn't want to see, now becoming aware. And it's like there's some frustration built up around this, because it's like, you know what you need to do, but how do you go about doing it? Okay, I hope that's making sense for you guys. What is on the other side of this friction? Who is the other side of this friction? Patterns and surface. Scorpio, I feel like you're dealing with somebody, if there's someone else tied to a situation here, they're reliving, or they're having to relive patterns that are, you know, whatever this situation is, it's requiring the other side of this, the other person, the other part of this situation, to have to go deeper. Like, I feel like you're comfortable going into the depths of whatever this is. Some of you, this could pertain to children. Yeah, children. I mean, look at these two. You have a child, and then you have the mother and the child there. You could be a father with children, right? It doesn't matter. But something took form. Something took form in your world in relation to this. And Scorpio, I'm going to say to you too, this could be karmic in the sense that I feel like you're being released. I feel like you're being freed up, and I feel like you're trying to feel your way through it to the best of your ability right now. But this patterns and surface coming in from the other side is like, there is an aware, it's almost like you're a step ahead of whatever the other side of this situation is. And your eyes are open to whatever has happened. You see it for what it is. Now you're dealing with it on the emotional plane, whereas this other person is like not wanting to see something, not wanting to recognize maybe a toxic pattern or trait that keeps them in this need to self-preserve, where you're starting to open up, and they are, I'm going to call it sleeping on the job. It's a very heavy energy here, Scorpio. And a Scorpio reading that's not heavy, who would have thought, right? Like, I don't think I'd expect anything less from Scorpio. So, I think that you're finding power in this change. I feel like that this is going to be an ongoing thing for a little while for you guys. Could have, again, dealt with something in the past 3 weeks, and it's still kind of playing out. 31 and then 14 breaks down to a 13, which is that of the death card. 13 and 31 are reflective energies. And then both breaking down to a 4. This is about your foundations. This is about home. This is about your happiness. You've got the angel of love and door to value, recognizing where you have to pour into, Scorpio. There's been a lot of love and compassion to a situation. I think I've seen this for you guys in December, where you're recognizing what value means to you, what abundance means to you. I feel like you're coming in from a space of love and nurturing to the best of your ability. The flip to this is that you're dealing with somebody that may really look at the tangible things in life rather than the emotional stance on things. I think you're trying to find a balance between the two yourself. Maybe where one person is only incorporating one part, but I think they're also going to be, it's a matter of when they're going to be forced to look at their emotions, whether they like it or not. And that's going to be probably very difficult for them. And I kind of feel like you're trying to be open to giving love to yourself. You're really trying to take care of yourself here. And I think you're doing your best to take care of others because you're recognizing where they sit in your life, what they're about, why they're there. So, you know, we ask those questions as humans, you know, the why, when, where, why, or what, hows, all those things. And typically I would say to you, you know, don't go seeking the answers to those questions. Let those answers come to you. And I feel like you are getting the whys. to a lot of this, whatever this situation has been. You're understanding the why. Now it's how do I move through this, and not, Spirit just said, not lose your sense of self. Whatever you're navigating, Scorpio, it's deep. It's deep and it's tough. So, and I can tell you, personal experience here, I get it. I really, truly do. I understand. I respect it. So let's see here. Angel of Love. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. You got the Temperance card sitting there. Again, pouring those emotions back and forth. You're trying to nurture the things around you. You're trying to nurture yourself at this time. This is a dawn of a new day, Scorpio. Whether you understand it or not, the Hangman, it's that, I told you, perspective. I think I just said that, didn't I? The Moon. There's something hidden about a perspective, and like I said, I feel like someone here is just not wanting to see. They need their perspective to change, and you could be dealing with Pisces or a Cancer. It doesn't have to be. This could be, Spirit just said, a repeat cycle from Pisces or Cancer season last year as well. But there's something here where there's a lot of hidden emotions at play that are not being addressed, maybe being thought about, but not truly being addressed. And I kind of feel like you're in, like, it's kind of like laying in a steady stream of water and just going, okay, wherever I'm supposed to float off to, that's where I'm going to go. But yet you're still connected to others, trying to help them heal or give them love or compassion through something that they are enduring at this time as well. But I understand, Scorpio, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. They have to be willing to open themselves up to that healing, and I really think you are. I think it's tough, but you are opening yourself to that healing, and I think you're trying to stay as grounded as possible through this alchemization. But again, it's like you're looking to the divine to guide you in this space of healing. Like you're, I'm thinking of Jelly Rolls, like I need a favor, but it's not, I don't feel like you've just called upon that when things are tough. I think you sit there a lot, but right now your faith is probably being tested to some degree as to how you move through this. And you've got the Three of Wands and the Two of Pentacles coming out. You could have traveled, may have needed to travel at some point, but I also think that you're coming out of the idea of the options. Like I said, now it's, you understand the why. Now how do I move forward? You're picking that direction, and I think you are picking a direction, but you're trying to find one that creates balance between you and another person. And I do feel like it's a pretty heavy energy. This could be karmic, this could be soulmates, contracts as well. This is also, and if you had someone come into your life at some point, Scorpio, and you thought they were going to serve a particular purpose, you could actually now be understanding their true purpose. And there's been emotional highs and lows in a situation, but I feel like this week you're really reflecting on how to move forward. And you could be looking to travel. There could be some money tied up to some traveling, as far as if it's work or something related. I do believe that there will be prosperous benefits there. You could have a couple choices when it comes to work and things, of where you're investing your time, energy, and attention and efforts. The Emperor, Aries energy also coming out here. That authority figure, I think that came out in the daily redo today or Friday, I can't remember. But this is like, your guards are up. It's very interesting. Like your guard is up underneath everything. That Emperor wears that suit of armor underneath. On the outside, he's got those soft clothes, this softer look about him. I feel like you've been hardened by life. And I think you're trying to heal that. I think you recognize that maybe you've come across what's the word I'm looking for here? A little harder than you needed to in certain areas. And I do think you're trying to take a softer approach and trying to control the way maybe people are seeing you right now and at this time. Like I do feel like you're like kind of warrioring your way through a particular situation to the best of your ability. The Wheel of Fortune. So that's a positive karmic change. I think whatever you've dealt with, Scorps, you did it with the purest of intentions. going back to this angel of love, like love to the, or the angel of love to the Three of Wands, to the Wheel of Fortune. Like, I really feel like you, if it required travel or distance or a longing or a waiting kind of period, like, you had time to think about what action you were going to take towards a particular situation. And I do feel like Spirit is like, you did your very best. And I don't have the Five of Cups here, Scorpio, but it's like, you did your very best with what you had to acknowledge, and it's okay. Like, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up on something here. Then you've got the Door to Value going down to the Three of Wands, and the Emperor, again, taking control, recognizing what is important to you in life. Not so much about the money, aspect, when this Door to Value with the dollars flying everywhere, like you're on one of those little money things, and they're like, grab your money, whatever, on a game show. But it's like, recognizing what is important to you. That there's money, and there's growth, and there's happiness, and there's golden light, and there's all these wonderful things. I think you had to make a quick decision, and I think you did put yourself first. And you had to. You knew that you had to. But I also feel like now you're sitting with the aftermath of something, regardless of the intention. And the Two of Cups is it's like you were trying to bring things together, trying to create this space of healing. Queen of Cups, Six of Swords, Ace of Wands. Again, it's like a reiteration of the why, the love, the nurture. Like, Scorpio, I feel like for a lot of you, if you have been closed off, protecting yourself, coming across cold, detached, you've put those barriers of protection up, scared to death that something was going to harm you, hurt you in some way. I feel like there are moments where there's a part of you that you're showing yourself in a more softer, compassionate sense of who you are. Allowing yourself to show a little more care. Like, it's almost like you're awkward in it in some way, but you're trying to love. You're trying to open up, and Spirit's saying they see you. They see you. They know. They see you trying, and your efforts are not being seen. Okay, so whatever this is, give yourself grace right now. Okay, give yourself the grace, because appreciation, community. I think whatever this is, you were looking out for the best of yourself and everybody else around you, and now it is I'm gonna say it's a little in flux, trying to get your bearings right, but at the same time, it is also the way you handled a situation, Scorpio, was to bring yourself and others a sense of peace, to make the road less hard, but it didn't make the decision any less difficult. I hope that's making sense for you. Okay, so all right, let's see. But this is closure. There's closure coming. It might take you a little bit, 3 days, 3 weeks, but the closure to a situation is coming for you. Okay. Hammer, sabotage, rebuild, persistent, working on it, repairing, key on a ring, many options, unconventional, one night stand, string along. I feel like for some of you, this is kind of like recognizing some self-sabotaging tendencies. That the only person that can make those changes, Scorpio, is you. And I think you're taking accountability for any decisions that you've made that didn't maybe create the best outcome to a situation for you. And I do think you're owning that. And you know that now you're going to have to rebuild these foundational energies, those fours, right? So let's see. For Scorpio, please. I'm going to take these. Camera, reminiscing, making memories, learning from the past. There you go. Perception. Like I said earlier, it's like the way you thought something, if you'd asked for something, manifested something, the way that you thought it would happen, or the way that you thought it would play out, it didn't happen that way. Spirit's using the word catastrophic. Do I think it was the end of the world? No. But did it feel catastrophic in regards to your emotions? Yes. Coffee cup, meeting, talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building friendships and mask, hiding true feelings, pretending, delude, gaslighting, and personifying. Scorpio, I talked about that emperor, right? That armor. It's kind of what I'm getting from this mask. Like you were only showing parts of yourself, or you could still just be showing parts of yourself. I do feel like on an emotional level with this, I've got the Temperance, the Angel of Love, and the Queen of Cups, and the Emperor here, and then the Two of Cups. So I feel like you're showing up for things, but I think that part of you remaining strong, that Emperor remaining in control, is still you hiding a part of yourself right now, pretending that everything is okay when maybe it's not. But I do feel like you're trying to keep yourself open. I think deep within you may be struggling in that, but you're trying to keep yourself open. I just heard from Spirit, life goes on, and that could be the perception that you have right now, is that life goes on. Whatever this was, life goes on. I can't stop moving forward. So I kind of feel like you're trying to push through something, but make sure you address anything that's been difficult for you, okay? So let's see what else. Soulmates and backstabbing. Heartbreak and pain, separation, loss, deceptions, lies, shocking attack. Soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. You could absolutely, with this Two of Cups here, be dealing with a soulmate, and the backstabbing. There could have been some lies. There could have been some deceit. I feel like this is more of a hiding of feelings or movement, not being completely upfront about something, whether this was you or another person. And that could be part of this friction energy that I seen come out in the beginning here. So time with friends, having fun, happily single, living in the moment. I'm pretty positive that card came out for you in your inner child reading as well. Scorpio, you could be feeling like, you're trying to make new partnerships, and Spirit just said commitments, though, with other things, new things. You're trying to get yourself back out there. I feel like you're pushing yourself out into, the word Spirit gave me was the limelight. Are you using it as a distraction? If you need time to yourself to sit and figure things out, do that for yourself, right? Take that time. And what else for Scorpio? Love call comes out sideways, expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you, coming out sideways, and then death. The relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform. What's dead is dead. Scorpio, I think whatever has happened for you is something that's kind of like ruminating in your mind right now. And I think you're trying to find a healthy way to bring something into maybe a healthy state for the first time. You could have just gotten off on a wrong foot in a relationship, and now it's like everything's all muddled and fucked up, and now you're like, well, wait a minute, I see the true potential to this, so let's try it this way. It's got to be reciprocated. You've both got to get on the same page and come from the same space. And with that Two of Pentacles, it's like one's here, one's there, then one's high, one's low, then it flips, right? It's this constant push pull back forth. There's a closure, an additional closure to a particular situation. It's kind of like happening in phases that needs to happen. And then there just needs to be peace made with the situation. And I think you're trying to distance yourself from having to make that call, but it's coming. And it probably, I'm going to be honest with you, it feels difficult. It's a bittersweet, like, it really could have been different, but it just wasn't. I kind of feel myself getting emotional for you guys. But it's like, it's like I've got the death card here, twice, the preservation and the death card. There you go, right? And then you've got this angel of love with the temperance card, and then the Queen of Cups. They're identical. It's like you're gonna have to take your love and place it somewhere where it's more meaningful for you, because you run so deep. And I think that's the hard part here for you. You could be dealing with a Sag, Cancer, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. There you are too, though, Scorpio. Scorpio again and again. So you could be dealing with another one, but I don't think so. I feel like this is you. And you're dealing with people with patterns, and I think you're recognizing your own patterns in this. You're being a caretaker again, which has its pros, right? If it gets you to open up to love and that kind of thing, then that's a good thing. But don't do it to the point that you're self-sacrificing again. Okay, so be mindful. But I feel like a lot of this thought and feeling is what's going to come through this week for you. But I also will say to you, I think there's positive changes and positive experiences that are coming in. You're just trying to keep moving forward with it this week. It's kind of like just hanging on. So, all right, Scorps, I'm going to leave it there. If you found this reading resonated, like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, again, personal reads will be opening up soon, and I will let you all know. I'll announce that. So I'm sending you guys a ton of love. Take care of yourselves this week. I'll see you soon.